Now these are the things that will come to pass on Judgment Day to those who have fallen away from their faith in God and have instead carried out wickedness. A great torrent of scorching fire will proceed from heaven. Flaming rivers will be let loose. Darkness and obscurity will arise and envelop the earth. The waters will then transform, changing into fiery embers. All that lies within them will blaze, and the sea itself will turn to flame. Under the heaven, an unquenchable fire will rage, flowing on account of the judgment of wrath, which will consume every place in every land, the fathomless ocean and shimmering sea, all of the lakes, rivers, and springs, and all of merciless Hades as well, together with the vault of heaven. The flames of fire will burn the stars and the heavenly powers. The heavenly lights will likewise collide with one another into a desolate form, and the stars will fall from heaven and into the sea. All of mankind will gnash their teeth in a blazing stream. Fire and brimstone will flash across a flaming plain, and ashes will come to blanket all things. The earthly elements will all be left bare, be they either land or sea or air or light or the heavenly vault, even all of the days and nights. The countless birds that filled the sky will no longer be, and aquatic creatures no longer swim in the deep. Ships filled with cargo will voyage no more on the seas, nor will the plow be pulled by the beasts, and the breeze no longer blow through the trees. All things will at once fuse into one, then diffuse into thin air. The heaven will be rolled up like a scroll, and the stars will melt and fall like leaves from a vine, or those of the fig tree, and be as though they never were. The strongholds of heaven, for their lack of water, will cease to exist, and be as though they never were. The lightning bolts of heaven, who by their charms will panic the world, will exist no more, and the spirits of the corpses will grow to resemble them, being set ablaze at God's command. On that day, the skies will pass away with a whoosh. The elements will flame out of existence, and the earth and everything in it will be brought to judgment. Then, when the entire created order has come undone, those in the east will flee to the west, and those in the west will flee to the east. Those in the south will flee to the north, while those in the north will flee to the south. But the wrath of the fearsome flames will overtake them everywhere. It will drive them on and deliver them up to the judgment of wrath in streams of unquenchable fire, for it flows and flames with fire. And after its seething waves have broken forth, there will be much grinding of teeth among the children of men. Now, since creation itself comes apart like this, think about how you ought to act, what godly and focused lives you should be living. Look forward to the coming of the day of God. Work diligently to hasten its arrival, for in that day the heavens will be set ablaze until they all disintegrate, and the elements will melt away in the flames. Then everyone will witness my coming as I arrive on an everlasting shining cloud in the presence of the angels of God, who will sit with me on my glorious throne to the right hand of my heavenly Father. He will place a crown upon my head. Every nation will weep for itself, even as they watch it unfold. And he will order them to enter into the river of fire, even as they are confronted with their wicked deeds. Each one will be paid back in line with his own works. The elect ones, on the other hand, who have done well, will draw near to me, and not witness the spectacle of death by the all-consuming fire.